watching my channel for any amount of time, you probably are aware that I'm not a huge false lash wearer. I don't use them in most of my tutorials because honestly, I do not wear them in my day-to-day life very often, so I kind of like to show you guys how I actually wear my makeup. But I feel like I have pretty big eyes, I have very deep set eyes, so I thought that maybe I should try wearing false lashes a little bit more often, and they would kind of make my eyes pop and make my lashes really stand out. So I just like went from 0 to 60 and bought like the most ridiculous false lashes I could find that were like super intense. These are from Eylure, they're their Luxe line. I think these are the gilded lashes, and holy crap, these are intense. Like, I have never worn lashes that I feel like I can see them in like my peripheral vision, and it's freaking me out right now. So if I get a little distracted, it might just be that these are creating some issues for me. But anyway, hello, welcome back to my channel. I am bringing you guys a tag video today. You probably have seen this go around YouTube in the last couple of days, but Jaclyn Hill just posted a video of her ride or die makeup products, and she basically tagged all of her viewers to create their own post and to share their favorite makeup products with their audiences, so I kind of couldn't resist. I really enjoy doing favorites videos, but one of the things I find challenging is that I try not to repeat products. So if I've been loving a product for 6 months, it's very tempting to want to mention it in every single one of my favorites videos, but I try to always share what's new that I've been loving in each of my monthly favorites. So this is giving me the opportunity to like revisit some things that I've been obsessed with for so long, but like haven't really talked about because I don't want to sound like a broken record to you guys. So I am pumped, and I will definitely link Jaclyn's video down below if you have not seen it. I love Jaclyn Hill. She is just a crazy, amazing human being. I think she's so inspirational, and she has just like, for a young girl in her 20s, has done so much, and it's just amazing to see what somebody can accomplish with their own, just with a camera and passion, and it's just, I think Jaclyn's awesome. She's hilarious, and if you're not subscribed to her, you should check her out. I mean, she's got like 3 million followers on YouTube, so she doesn't need my endorsement, but I think she's awesome. So Jaclyn had us start out basically like in the order in which we'd apply products to our face, and there's like a whole bunch of stuff here, so I'm gonna stop rambling and we're gonna go through these. So the first product that Jaclyn wanted us to share was our favorite face primer. And this one was a little bit tricky for me because I don't always use primer all the time. I'm sometimes just like too lazy, and or I'm trying to do my makeup so fast that I skip that step. But when I really thought about like what primer have I been most obsessed with in the last couple of years that I've gone back to and that I really love, and it's the YSL Touche Eclat Blur Primer. I got this from Influencer last year, I think, and I loved it. This is like just a beautiful primer. It has just a really silky, slippy texture to it, and it makes your makeup glide on so smoothly and evenly and beautifully. It just makes it lay really nicely on the skin. It's not necessarily like mattifying. I do have oily skin, but I do find that I don't get extra oily if I've been using this. It has gold sparkles in it, it illuminates, it's just a beautiful freaking primer. The only downside is this is a sample, and the full size is like $50 something, so I haven't bought it yet because it's crazy. But it is on my like epic wish list of expensive luxury products that someday I would love to own, and if I can only pick one primer, I would probably pick this one. So for foundation, this was a tricky one also. I have two things here, which is kind of cheating, sorry. But one of them is a true foundation and the other one is a like BB cream. So I kind of felt like I wasn't sure if the BB cream really counted. So let me just get to what we're actually talking about. So the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer in Creamy Vanilla, which is shade 01, has been the foundation that I have been wearing all the time since I got it, I think in the winter. I love this. It's very full coverage. It's really, really creamy and moisturizing on the skin, but it doesn't like break up on me, like get all weird and gross throughout the day. It is just an amazing drugstore foundation. The price point cannot be beat. The quality is really, really nice. I'm wearing it on the face today and I just love the finish. Now, like I said, it is a moisturizing foundation, so if you do have oily skin, you definitely want to set it down with powder. Otherwise, it might get a little too dewy on you, but especially in the winter time, this stuff is my jam. But to be fair, and this, look at how beat up this thing is. Like, I have used this basically down to like the last drop. I have a little bit left, and then this is going in my empties bin for my next empties video. This is my ride or die BB cream, especially in the summer. It's the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. And this stuff is like the most amazing thing I probably ever put on my face. It is so full coverage, and yet it is like skincare. Like, it has the texture of a moisturizer. It feels like you're putting skincare on your face, but it covers everything up. It's just fantastic. It has SPF 50, it uses all physical sunscreens. It is just the thing that I love to put on my face in the summer. Like, I'll just skip moisturizer and just slather this on in the morning and I'm out the door. So if I am like everyday regular makeup and I'm not like going full glam like I am today, this is what I reach for. So I kind of feel weird saying this is my ride or die concealer because I haven't had it that long. But honestly, I have never been as excited or in love with a concealer as I have with this one. It is the Tarte Shape Tape. I have the light medium shade. And this is hands down the best concealer I have ever used, ever. I mean, I really love the IT Cosmetics by Undereye. I like the Well People Bio Brightening Concealer. Those are both amazing for under eye. But in terms of a concealer that I can use under my eyes or all over my face that can kind of do anything, this is my go-to. The applicator is ginormous, so you have like no problem getting a ton of product under your eyes. You don't need to like keep dipping back in and in and in. And it doesn't crease. It covers beautifully, and it's thick, but it's not like heavy or cakey feeling on the skin. This stuff is just magical, and it also smells really good too. Like, it smells fresh. I love it. So if I could only have one, this would be my jam. So in Jaclyn's tag video, she actually had 2 different setting powders that she wanted to share. One for what you use to set under your eyes, and one to set your entire face. So I'm really not a huge powder person, but I did actually have 2 that, if I had to pick out of my entire collection, were my favorites. So for all over the face, like my ride or die, would be the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Airbrush Perfecting Powder. I actually discovered this, obviously I'm obsessed with the CC cream, so when I was looking to repurchase it, I happened to see this in the store and thought it sounded interesting, and I wanted to give it a try because it has SPF 50, and I really wanted a way to be able to reapply my SPF throughout the day without having to actually like layer more sunscreen on, so I thought this would be a good compromise for that. So this powder is really nice because it has a sheer to full coverage, so you can either just use it to set down your makeup, or you could just basically use it like a powder foundation. So this powder is super silky, it's super finely milled, so it goes on really softly, and it totally does exactly what the name suggests. It's an airbrush perfecting powder, and it just blurs out all of your pores, all of your imperfections, and makes your skin look really, really flawless. But it doesn't have like a cakey finish, so it doesn't make it look like you're wearing 80 layers of makeup, which is something that I really like. So I definitely have been reaching for this a ton this summer, and I also find that it doesn't make my skin look too greasy. It's not the best for oil control, so if you are somebody who tends to get shiny throughout the day, this may not be your favorite powder, but I don't think that it's like terrible. I just really like the sun protection, and I like how flawless it makes my skin look. So for setting my under eyes, pretty much my go-to is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. This is just a translucent setting powder, and it's really affordable. You can get it at the drugstore. I think it's around $10. And this, once again, is just a really great soft focused powder that will set down your makeup. It doesn't change the color, and it just kind of makes everything look smooth and airbrushed and seamless, and it really locks it down. I find that my makeup lasts a lot longer after I've used this, which I really like, and helps to keep it from like slipping and sliding and melting off of my face. So for my ride or die bronzer, this was like the easiest thing for me to pick out of my entire collection. I talk about this product all the time. I use it in like 80% of my tutorials, and it will probably be not a surprise to anybody who's been around here more than once, and that is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil Bronzer. This is just an amazing matte finish bronzer. First of all, it smells like chocolate, so there's nothing wrong with that. And second of all, it's just the perfect shade for people who have like a lighter complexion. A lot of bronzers I find are a little bit too dark, especially in the winter time for me, and they can look orange or they can look sort of dirty on your face. But this is just the perfect color. It's a nice neutral undertone. It's not too orange. It's not too cool tone. You can contour with it. You can just use it to warm up your complexion overall, and it doesn't add like sparkle or glitter. So if you want to be able to control the amount of glow, it's definitely friendly for that. So if I could only pick one for the rest of my life, it would definitely be this one. For blush, this is also a really easy one for me to pick out. My most favorite blush that I have in my collection, of which probably the product I own more of than anything else, is blush. The blush, lipstick, and eyeshadow palettes I have like way too many of. But this blush is something nobody talks about. I feel like nobody talks about this brand on YouTube at all, but I really like some of their products, and especially this one is something that I keep going back to all the time, and I know no matter what, it's always gonna look beautiful. And this is the Make Blush in Geisha. And this is just like the perfect neutral pink shade. Like, it looks beautiful on anybody. This would be really nice on fair complexions, on medium or darker complexions, and it's not too cool, it's not too warm, it's like Goldilocks, it's just right. I freaking love this. And it's also not too pigmented, while also having enough pigment that you don't have to like run your brush into it 1,000 times to pick up product and get it on your face. It just is easy. You don't have to fuss with it. You can just like throw a little on, and it always looks natural and really, really pretty. And it's what I'm wearing right now, and I love it. So when it came to choosing my Ride or Die highlight, I sort of felt like my initial reaction was to say Champagne Pop. I mean, this is Jaclyn Hill's tag after all, so it kind of feels natural to pay homage to her, and I have been using Champagne Pop non-stop these last couple of weeks. Ever since I picked up one of the new champagne splits, that's pretty much all I've been reaching for. But when I was trying to be like totally honest with myself about what I actually have been reaching for and using for the last couple of years that I absolutely love and like I know will look amazing no matter what, I had to go with the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder, and in specific the shade Incandescent Light, which is the shade in the middle right here. This is just the most stunning highlighter I've probably ever used. It's very soft and natural, but it definitely does give your skin this like really beautiful, ethereal, luminous glow. It's not metallic, it's not like wet looking. It doesn't have that sort of like chunky, sparkly glitter thing that some highlighters have. I'm wearing it today, and it's beautiful, and I know that it will go with any kind of look that I'm doing. If it's warm, if it's cool, it's not gonna like clash with whatever makeup I'm wearing. And even though this pan is not that big, you really don't need a ton of product to get the look that you're going after. I cannot talk today, I'm sorry guys. But so I know that even though this was expensive, this is gonna last me such a long time. So if you are willing to make the investment, this is an amazing highlighter, and it's totally worth the money. So I noticed that when Jaclyn was doing her tag, she didn't include brows in it, and brow products are definitely something that is like a must in terms of my makeup routine, as it is. Like, I always try to do my brows, because if I don't, they look crazy. They're very sort of sparse, and especially around the edges, they look just like sort of uneven and wonky, so I really do like to fill them in, especially if I'm wearing makeup on the rest of my face. If I don't do my brows, my face looks crazy. So my Ride or Die brow product has to be the Anastasia Brow Wiz, which has been around YouTube. Everybody raves about the Brow Wiz, and it's for good reason. It's a very like simple product. It's just a brow pencil that's got a spoolie on one end, and then it's just a very like micro-fine tipped self-sharpening pencil on the other. But this product is just so easy to fill in your brows, and you can get a very natural look, you can get a really dramatic look. It's very easy to control. You have a ton of precision, and it's really, really long wearing as well. So like once you do your brows, they stay that way. It doesn't fade throughout the day, and there's a ton of colors available, so it's very easy to find a shade that matches the natural tone of your hair. I mean, Anastasia is known for brows. Like, that's what she started out doing. So it sort of makes sense that she was gonna be the one that nailed the brow pencil. And there are a lot of imitators. There are a lot of other brands that have come out with things that are similar to this that are good. But this one, this is my Ride or Die. It's the original, is still the best in my opinion. Favorite eyeshadow palette. This one is like super, super hard for me because I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. If you guys are subscribed to my blog, I feel like at least like once a month or every other month, I feel like I'm always reviewing a new eyeshadow palette. So I've tried quite a few, but this one is my absolute favorite. And I feel like nobody talks about this one either, and I don't understand why, because the quality is ridiculous. This is the Laura Mercier Eye Art Artists palette. They just recently relaunched this and renamed this, so I'm not 100% sure on what it's called now. Originally, this was a limited edition palette, and then they decided to bring it back as part of their permanent collection. So the outside packaging looks different from this one. This was the original like limited edition version, but this is what it looks like on the inside. And it is the most perfect neutral slash like purple toned eyeshadow palette. And purples are basically like my favorite thing to put on my eyes aside from neutrals, so I absolutely love the colors in this. And the eyeshadow quality in this palette is so good. Sometimes it's like eyeshadows you have to really work at them to get them to blend out or to build up pigmentation, and like you can make them work, but these, they're just like effortless. You barely have to do anything. They go on so pigmented, they're so soft and like buttery in texture, and they blend out perfectly. So whether I want to just like use these lighter shades to do kind of like a nice everyday look, or I want to get a little bit more smoky and glam like what I did on my eyes today, I always know if I reach for this palette, my makeup is gonna come up looking bomb. Now Jaclyn also did not mention like a favorite eyeliner in her tag, because she was saying, you know, customize it, do what you want. And like for her, apparently maybe she didn't have like a ride or die eyeliner she wanted to talk about, but I know for me that I could not do like an all-time favorite video without mentioning the Stila Stay All Day liquid eyeliner. This is probably the best liquid eyeliner pen I have ever used, and I know I really like the Lorac one a lot, and I've reviewed that one as well. But I just recently got a new one of this to sort of replace that one, and it was one of those moments of like, why did I ever leave you? Why did I ever try anything else? Because you were always the best, and I don't know why I thought that something else could compete with this. But it's just a very nice, like flexible felt tip applicator. It's so easy to get like a perfect crisp wing. It's super black. It does not smudge. It does not budge. Once it dries down, this stuff is ridiculously waterproof. And it is just like the best liquid eyeliner. So if you're someone who wants to experiment with liquid eyeliner, is sort of afraid of delving into the whole cat eye thing, this is a great place to start because it's really easy to use, it's very forgiving, and it's not gonna like leave you with raccoon eyes after an hour. So in truth, my ride or die mascara probably would be the Maybelline Lash Sensational, but I don't actually have that one right now because I've been trying to try a lot of new products lately, so I haven't actually repurchased it since my last two went bad. So I'm kind of like sort of cheating with this, but I guess my runner-up product that I can show you is the CoverGirl Super Sizer Mascara. This is what I've been using a lot lately, and I've been really liking this. This actually surprised me because the wand is sort of not really anything to write home about. It looks kind of weird. It's really stubby and short, and it's sort of like, how is this going to do anything for my lashes? But it actually is crazy volumizing. So if you're someone who likes like very dramatic volumized lashes and also doesn't want to spend a whole ton of money, this is really cheap and it works really well. So this next one is going to come as a no surprise to anybody here. My ride or die lipstick of life has to be the Bite Beauty Amuse Bouche lipstick. I have the shade Fig, which is just like the perfect peachy sort of pink, and I have been a fan of these lipsticks. I mean, truthfully, I was a fan of the original Luminous Cream lipstick formula, and then they discontinued that, and my heart wanted to break a little bit, but it turns out that the new formula they replaced it with is even more amazing, so I'm kind of okay with things. I got over it. So these lipsticks are just, they're so freaking good. It's unreal, and for the price, I think they're like $26. To me, they're just as good as YSL or Chanel or any of the super high-end luxury lipsticks that will cost you $10 to $20 more than this. The formula is intensely pigmented, but it's really soft and buttery and smooth on the lips. And it's not like so overly creamy that it slips and slides around and like bleeds and feathers and gets all over the place. But it's really comfortable, so you never feel like your lips have that like dry, crackly feeling. It's just Like it just glides right on. It's really, really long wearing. It does not dry down the way like a liquid lipstick would. So if you are eating or drinking, it is probably gonna rub off a little bit, but I find that they're pretty easy to reapply. Like you can layer on top of it and it doesn't get like weird. It doesn't like ball up or bunch off or like do anything weird when you try to reapply or layer on top. And I love them. They also smell really, really good and also have a lot of natural ingredients in them. Bite Beauty is amazing about using food grade quality ingredients in all of their lipsticks, so you're not going to get like any nasty chemicals and be ingesting them, because I mean it's kind of gross. And then for a liquid lipstick, I had to go with the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Venezia. Every summer, this is probably my favorite lip color to wear. It's a really, really bright coral shade, which may not be for everybody, but I love it. I am not afraid of orange. I love orange lipsticks. I talk about orange lipsticks. I did a whole like blog post on my favorite orange lipsticks. I should link that for you guys down below in case you want to check it out. But this is crazy long wearing and it smells like cupcakes. Like the smell of these lipsticks is so awesome. And it's very pigmented and it does not budge, and it is a little bit drying. Some people don't like the Stila Stay All Days because they are more drying than a regular lipstick, but if you are looking for something that will like, you can drink, you can eat, it is not going to go anywhere, this is hands down my favorite one to reach for. So I'm not a really huge lip gloss girl, but if I was to pick what my favorite is in my collection, I would have to go with the Smith & Cult lip gloss. This is in the shade Life in Photographs, and it's just a really beautiful, super shiny, almost translucent, like baby pink color. It looks really nice layered on top of lip glosses, or you could wear it by itself, or just like over a lip liner if you wanted to give your lips a little bit more definition. And these lip glosses, once again, they smell so good. They're sort of sweet, almost like cake batter or frosting. So it's not sticky, it's not tacky, it's really comfortable. It gives you like a really high shine finish without making your lips feel like they're like sticking together. It's not that kind of like gross texture to it. And the packaging. Can we please talk about the packaging on this lip gloss for a second? It's stunning. Like part of me just wants to put it on my vanity and just stare at it because it's so pretty. Their nail polishes also have a similar kind of packaging and they are just gorgeous. I know that nails are not a part of this video, but I highly recommend those as well. Getting to the end here, people. So my Ride or Die setting spray. So I know I haven't had this one for a particularly long time, but since I've gotten it, I've been using it like every single day, every single time I use my makeup, and I think it really has made a difference, and it makes my makeup last way longer than some of the other setting sprays that I've tried. And this is the Makeup Revolution Pro Fix Oil Control Fixing Spray. So not only does this help set down your makeup and make it look sort of less powdery, but it also helps to control oil and shine, which right now I need a lot of help in that department. So I really like this. I mean, there's not that much to say about it aside from the fact that it works, and it smells really good too. It has like a very sort of fresh scent to it, and it's really affordable. I think this retails for around $9. You can get it at Ulta, and I definitely would recommend checking it out. I know like the Urban Decay one is great, but if you want a more affordable alternative, I highly recommend this one. And my last Ride or Die product of the day is my favorite perfume. So this was a little bit tricky because I honestly am sort of inconsistent about wearing perfume. Like I have a ton of roller balls and like little samples and things, but like half the time I forget to put it on and I'm kind of bad about it. So I've tried to lately buy like more purse-friendly sprays because I feel like I'm more apt to actually spritz it on after I've left the house, especially if like I'm running around like a crazy person in the morning and like that's the last thing on my mind is putting on my perfume. And the one that I've been loving the most lately is by this brand called Point 2, and I forget, what is this called? I'll have to link this in the description box for you guys because I honestly cannot remember if it's just called Point 2 or if it has some other name. But I got this as a sample in a Birchbox and I actually liked it enough to buy it, which is something that doesn't happen very often. I feel like perfume samples in Birchbox are kind of a throwaway, but I actually was obsessed with this one and I had to have it. It is just like a very warm, powdery sort of scent, and it's like a little sexy and ambery. but it also has notes of, I think, like spearmint, so it has this like undertone of freshness. It's really unique, it's really different from anything else that I've ever smelled before. Like, it's feminine, but it's not overly girly. It doesn't have that super floral candy kind of thing that a lot of women's perfumes have. I just think this is the perfect like everyday t-shirt and jeans fragrance. Like, you could dress it up, but it is very appropriate for just hanging out in casual wear, and I love it. And in particular, like on my body chemistry, I think that it melds really well. I like the way it smells on my skin. For me, honestly, it's like perfume is so personal. One fragrance can smell really good on one person and smell totally different on somebody else. So this personally for me is something I love, and so if you can find it, I honestly don't even know where you can buy this. I got mine in the Birchbox shop, obviously, but I have no idea if they carry it in drugstores or in like department stores or anything like that. So I'll have to look and see where I can find this, because I highly recommend at least checking it out and giving it a whiff if you have the opportunity, because I think it's amazing. So that is it. These are all of my ride or die favorite makeup products that I have in my collection right now. I really appreciate you guys coming and chatting beauty with me. I will definitely link all these products in the description box down below in case you'd like to check any of them out. And if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I always really appreciate your support. And if you're new, make sure you click that little subscribe button down there so that way you can get updated anytime I post future content. And also, I challenge any of you guys, if you haven't already, to create your own ride or die makeup tag. You should definitely check out Jaclyn's original video if you want to see her favorite products. And I know she also tagged like a ton of other beauty gurus, so like everyone and their mom is doing this tag right now, and I think it's kind of cool just to see what everybody's favorite products are and what everybody sort of thinks about in terms of like, there's some certain products that like everybody loves, and then there's sort of these weird hidden gems that like nobody talks about, and I think it's just, it's fun. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Cannot keep a train of thought. Struggling so hard right now, but I'm gonna be okay. No, and it's not even just you. This is what I do sometimes when I'm sitting here and I'm like, doop, 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 doop. All right, Lauren, get your shit together. You can do this. Got this.
Like a backpack.
Put all my shit in my backpack. If I talk about the same thing like 18 times again, it's whatever. It's fine. Fine. This is a Vox box that I got from Influencer, and it is from Cat Von D. But really though, like, I am so excited for this Vox box. I love Kat Von D.